Hello, hello. Okay. Should work now. We have plenty of lower liquidity here. Trendline liquidity going down. I do like sell side though. Let's just see if we gotta get a nice entry model somewhere. We're already at this last inefficiency here, which is basically a BPR right now. Hello from London, hello from Twitter, hello from South Africa. We're diverse out here. Dave's in the building, yes, the one and only. Not an imposter. This is getting pretty difficult to maneuver though. I'm gonna have to wait for... I like sell side, but I need more confirmation of this. We're tapping the last inefficiency here. I would probably prefer, at the very least, before we take out the lows, I want to get something like this first. Not sure that's gonna happen. It's difficult, but the sell side, all these lows down here, potentially get hunted today. If not hunted today, tomorrow. I really like the sell side now. But let's just see where our entry aligns here. We have a sliver of hourly here too. Just gonna mark this out. Market is not giving anything right now. This indicator here is the Lux Algo here. I think is this Lux Algo too? Lux Algo is printing both. I don't know how I was doing, but this one nearly got stopped out. It should have got stopped out in most people's books just because it went all the way up here. But quite interesting. This is like a 30-point stop. Now it's in profit. This is why indicator does not work like that. Let's see. Hello, do you have win-loss record for this or the other month? I don't think I've been tracking too much lately because it's been difficult with evals and funded. This week I've been only doing funded, and this whole week has been much better. Okay. How much you have in funding? I think I have probably over 10 funded account, or around 10. I'm working on Apex right now. Apex is difficult for me because it's trailing drawdown while my other accounts are static at end of day. So I can't really have them all copy how I want it. But I'm gonna try to probably trade them separately or just do lighter size on all of them so the trailing won't really matter. You provide market liquidity on my sim funded. I'm just gonna let this play out more. I'm just looking for an SMT or in this sort. I do want the high taken, but lows are my main target through the day. What happened when there are two FAGs in a breaker? Do you play the ones nearest to price or the one with the best risk reward? I would always, like, if there's two breakers, let's say, let me just find one. Like, let's say this ES breaker here in the morning. We have a large FAG here. Let's just say it has another FAG here. Which one do I go for? Probably the top one, because the bottom one is way too close to where my stop is. Like, if I enter here, my stop would be like 1 point. But if it's too high here, you also want to use like any refinement you can. The easiest one is just doing a OT entry. So let's just see like where it would make sense. Actually, this one would align the bottom one. So this case here, but you would not get filled. So like that's just the difficulty of it. It really depends on which one you value more inside the breaker. Sometimes the breakers are very large. You have multiple FEGs. Do you know Tanya Trade? Today she provides liquidity in the market. Tanya is a friend of mine, which she support the live stream multiple times before. Did she get? Hopefully she didn't lose too bad. All right, let me just. Everything's good now. I know. Besides Tanya, though, if you're saying Tanya took losses, there's way more people that got massacred today. All right, we're gonna get ready here. So I'm just looking. We got just two areas to go for. Both more of a high target here versus the lows of sell side down here. We're in between them, and I'm just waiting for one that works. So far, this is kind of like the way that it's working. It's like more of a channel, I guess. Not the best price action to play if you're trying to reprice action, because typically we want expansion when we look reprice, or at least target some sort of liquidity. But this is just going both sides right now. This one's very clean here. The 15-minute fill for lower prices. Check the hourly. There's not much hourly until we're down here. So if we break lower, we have such a free fall. And if there's some setups I can take, I'll go for it. She got stopped 2 times in a row. That's unfortunate. Yeah, a lot of people are looking for downside. I still, all these lower highs here, I want to get that taken eventually. But for me though, if I'm trading the 1 minute, let's say my stop is 10 points on NQ. If we get 30 points, I'm already happy. So I don't need like a 80-point move to the draw. CJ haven't traded in 7 days. Oh my goodness. CJ is like a very disciplined trader at least. But he traded twice a day? Yeah, I'm gonna try to be careful today too then. I mean, I avoided AM just because I anticipated price action to be a little more choppy, and I told my Discord that, like, I'm thinking this is not gonna be the best, so I'm gonna let this play out and wait for PM. First trade went -5. I thought he traded micros. But the question is, how did Dave do today? That's the main question in my books. Dave, the 90% win rate for the last few weeks now, or last however long. He's gonna prevail while other fails. I'm betting. It is quite difficult though. The only setup that I was telling my Discord this morning, because I was tapering in the morning, and if it was more decent price action, I would have hopped on. It was this breaker here, on a yes, in which I posted a chat, which played out pretty well here for about 10-15 points. Besides that, nothing else. Does Dave trade ICT? He trades his own thing, which is good. I've been hearing more people on Twitter. I think there's I forget the username. It's someone that I respect though. He said he started learning Dave's concept, but he doesn't use it like Dave. And there's many people asking like, why you're not doing the fib right? But he's just like explaining like, this is the way I'm trying to do it. I'm taking what I like from it and then adapting to it, refining and all that. It's like that's big facts. I forgot his name. He's like, so was it something Richie? And hearing that from him made me want to like start his playlist now. But yeah, there's many strategies out there. I'm gonna keep on trying to learn them, adapt them, put them in. If it works, it works. But I'm doing pretty good this week with what I'm trying to do. Just be patient, waiting for my kill zone, waiting for my A+ setup. Trading one account to get to 10 days on it. I'll be withdrawing 40k from Apex. Yeah, Dave, I think you're like 5k profits on each already. You're way past the threshold. So like, if it was me, I would just trade like $100, $50 max, win or loss, and just trade it out until I get paid. Because the money's not yours until you get the withdrawal, and that's where a lot of people mess up. They're like, okay, I did good the last 2 weeks. I'm up 10k, and then like a lot of prop firms maybe would have like a longer payout threshold, or longer time frame before you get paid. And one bad trading day with bad discipline wipes you out completely. Did you find the trading the first 15 to 30 minutes market open is lower probability? Did I see it? Let me just check. I typically avoid the first 15 minutes at the very minimum at market open, like 9:30 to 9:45, which ironically 9:45 just deliver a strong dump. I think there was something clear on the 1 minute though when I was like looking back at it. It's like more hindsight thing, which is fine because I wasn't playing a trade anyways. But I believe there was like a good SMT that you could have played here that many people actually also played. Let me take a look. So like we're looking at 9:30 open here. Was there SMT? Pretty sure I saw it. So we had like a 3 drive here, lower, push up higher, just taking both sides basically, seek and destroy action. And I thought there was SMT. I'm trying to figure it out. Let me just see the candles. I don't really see it as much anymore. Maybe it was YM that I was looking at. Other than that, this drop is not really predictable for me. Because once I start trading around like 9:45, 9:50, I'm waiting for a structure. This is a clear breaker structure here, at least. That's the only thing I can look at. It's not a point of interest I like, though. That's why it did work, but not for much. If this was like taking out a clear key level on a higher time frame, and I could really think it's a reversal, this would have kept on going back up to the highs. Yeah, but 9:30 volatility is definitely not for everyone, and I would even admit to that as well. That's why I avoid it. Because it's more high risk, high reward. It's very fast price action. For me, I like to plan my trade out. So that's why you see in my live streams, most of my trades, I'll call it out like 20 minutes ahead, and already have like, okay, I want to enter here if it does this. And with 9:30, it just happens way too fast. Let me rechat here. Once I get my first payout from Take Profit Trader, I'm going to try 20 Apex with 1 day pass. Yeah, okay. You got to take a step back. Because most people here, they see 20 payouts, 20 accounts. I would take it slow. Just do like 3, 4, 5, even 2 at first, and then build up. I wouldn't want the viewers here to get in a trap like that with Apex, because even for me, I'm not too confident on trying to trade 20 Apex. I'm doing it slowly, and I've been holding on off of it for the longest time. Maybe I'm ready now, but we'll see. $9.30 open is probably where most people blow their account, especially the amateurs or newbies more so. Especially if it's very, very volatile. Wow, okay. So we're in the hourly point of interest here, I think, here. Let me see. This is not too much of one. Sell side reaching here inside the hourly. Lots of lows to be taken here. Do I want to look for shorts? I would, if there's a short setup that I can jump in with low risk. Did accounts and parts. That's the best route to go for it. I rarely see anyone start with 20 Apex counts in the first go and just succeed with it. It's like more of a myth story. And it's very costly. Like, imagine 20 accounts. You think it's cheap. It's like 20, 30 bucks per account with 80% sale. Activation fee, $150, $140. It adds up. And that's why it's a high risk, high reward, like double-edged sword trying to trade leverage spot firms with 20 accounts. That's why I always recommend newer traders, or not traders who aren't like 100% consistent over like months of data, to just start with top step. Start with it's just a regular firm, trade a few accounts, build up, take the payoffs, and then invest for more accounts. Don't go for 20 accounts in one shot. People get killed like that. We're looking at sell side here. Not much to really do right now though. You paid $3,500 altogether. That's a very good risk reward though. Oh wow. Holy crap. What's happening? What's happening? The 1 minute candle sometimes is so fantastic. That's why I love the 1 minute. I just need to look for a decent setup that has a max risk controlled stop. So if I enter, like, let's say I enter longs on Q, I don't want my stop to be more than 10, 12 points. So my max risk would be like at most like $300. For ES, is even lower. ES is typically more tamed price action. I'd probably have a similar story to most people who started out, like with Elite Trader Firm, Trader Funding. That was like my first firm. I started like 2 years ago. I was like one of their first customers, and I'll get payout with 1 or 2 accounts. Then when I try to scale up to 15, 20 accounts at that time, with which they allowed it, that's when it went downhill. Because I'll try to get 20 accounts, I'll get paid in them, and then it'll just keep on fumbling and fumbling because like I wasn't ready for 20 accounts at that time. And once I built up slowly, I started 3, 5, 10 accounts, and then built up to 20. That's when I started succeeding more. Now they don't have 20 anymore because it's not sustainable for them with the regulation if they want to switch to live fundeds. But the main concept though, what makes you think you can do 20 accounts if you can't even get payouts on 2 accounts consistently? And we're not talking about just a one-hit wonder. We're talking about like get that paid like 3, 4 months in a row on that one account and just slowly keep on paying yourself. It's a good risk reward, especially if I'm up about 240k payouts in profit. Yes, yeah, that's why prop firms is still like heavily used, and I advocate for them as long as they're a more of a reputable firm. Okay, let's see what we got here. enough with this talk here. We might get something coming here. Wow. There's a big sell-off there. Pretty tame price action throughout the chop though, but we took the low here. A little SMT going on, you can see. If I do something like this, we took the low on ES, didn't take the low on Q. It gives you something if you're paying attention to SMT, which is very critical if you're looking for a reversal. This is counter trend still, and I'm waiting for more confirmation. Lost 18K of my own money when started. I don't know. My mine is more of a wild story because I actually made a lot of money from penny stocks, like my very early years, and then I took a lot of losses trying to figure it out on futures where like I'll load an account with 25K, then blow it instead of like blowing the whole 25K account and losing the whole money. Doing that in a challenge, just trying to like build up would have saved like 99% of my cost there. Lots of lesson learned, but definitely make your change. All right, we might get something here. Let's check the 5. No imbalance of the 5. I do want the all these lower highs to be taken before we get lower prices. I think that's what we might be aiming for now. I don't want to risk too much of a early trade. I'm still looking for like a clean breaker entry. Let's see. Or we do have SFT still under the 5 minute, which hasn't confirmed yet. When it's choppy like this, you either play a low risk entry scalp or wait for more confirmation. I think that's how I go about things. Trying to play the expansion move is gonna be very taxing when it doesn't want to expand anywhere. This looks like a pretty good breaker play though if it does something like this. Because it'll close above the 1 minute and likely above the 5 as well too. Let me just check. Wow, NQ is moving. What probability win rate does SMT gives you? It definitely helps in part of my checklist when it's looking for A+ setups. Having SMT to show that market is looking for reversal, because typically when I'm seeing SMT, it's more like we're trying to reverse. Wow, I didn't want these equal highs to be taken. I didn't expect it to just propel like this. Could I see something in the 30-second chart? I don't think so. This is still the inversion. Like this confirmed once we close above here. This is way too tight now. Had it did something like this, maybe I would have been more enticed by it because I could do tighter stop. Probably more like an 8-point stop here. We can't do that. Can't do that. This is definitely more tough though. I want more data on this because we're still chopping around. It's like the 15-minute chart. Let me just do this. We have a 15-minute efficiency there to break the low. If it does come back to the inversion, I might look for more of a confirmation before trying to go for longs. This is just not too clear yet. Because it'll be counter trending still until we confirm on a higher time frame. The 1 minute has been very flippy floppy. I think the 5 minutes has been much more clear with how things are moving. Start marking some of the 5 minutes so we can like, better understand it here. Look at that 130 open here. This is, let me see, let's do a simple OT entry as well. I'm not gonna just jump in on the first tap of it. I'm gonna look for, see if it wants to hold and probably get in on the second tap. Equal highs, liking this. Liking for actually a tap inside the 15-minute inefficiency here. If it does do that, I could more likely anticipate lower prices if it does. So my nose is getting a little clogged. Let's see here. And then we'll likely do a random giveaway probably at 2 o'clock, 2:30 or something. Just basically like midway in the stream. All you gotta do is just like the stream. And I'll do a reminder a few minutes before we do it. But if you want to do that now, go ahead. We'll just give away a few Apex accounts. I want more confirmation on the 5 though before I really do anything. We have the order block here, just still holding price down. Some imbalances above. Not really doing too much right now. But eventually, I feel like eventually there's gonna be like 20% of the viewers here who's gonna get a giveaway. Because I think we already gave away 5, and I do recognize the same names who won consistently on the stream. It's ironic. I need confirmation for this. I'm not taking this. This is much easier to win since we have more of a tight-knit group here rather than like 2,000, 3,000 people. You have like every giveaway we do, you have like a 1% chance because not every single viewer enters. How's everyone doing? We're doing all right, Mario. Hopefully everyone's doing good too. We just broke another low. I need more confirmation. These equal highs, I want to see that taken eventually. And then get into this 15-minute inefficiency here. Yeah, not every viewer likes it. Like, typically, when we do the giveaway, there's only like 70, 60 people who actually wants it. So your chances of winning is not that bad. And I hope we can get new winners each time. If I recognize a name too much, maybe we'll just... I don't know. How is that fair for me to just re-roll? That person could just be very, very lucky. We just broke another low on the ES here. Check the 15-minute. Quite the low. Just gonna mark these two lows out. We're kind of 20 points away. It's pretty far. It's not ready to move up yet, though. Wait, oh, Brian's Friday drill. I thought it was like a top set Friday drill. I was like, okay, let's all join in. This is holding a little bit. It's just not. Maybe some people would fall for this breaker here. This is just too tight for me, especially with if you're looking at this as the breaker here. The reason why I wouldn't take that because it's a clear unicorn. It just you're counter trending, and your stop would be down here, which I actually expect price to be able to hold here and then come back up if it wants to. And when you're countering like this, you're going against the higher time frame, especially if you're executing the 1 minute. So on the 15-minute, it's still lower prices. We're not even bullish yet. So if you're trying to be like a pattern trader, you would have failed there. Did you consider anything in the PA a run on lunch stop? Wait, let me read that again. Did you consider anything in price action or funded? I'm confused. A run on lunch stops. Let me look at lunch. I kind of moved away after lunch. That's what I typically do. And we ran these lows here. It's just not much to go by. We're just moving lower and lower. I'm just waiting for more confirmation. So a simple OTE, even though it's working, it's not something I'm taking right now. I'm actually liking, if this holds, I might give it a shot here. We can jump in on the second move up. Need more confirmation. I'm from Iran. Welcome, welcome. What is a high probability inversion? For me, I would typically like inversions that works the same way I would use a breaker. So if I'm doing the time alignment, I'm looking at the 4 hour to 15 minute to the 1 minute. And so far the 15 minute is not aligning with it. So any longs right now would not be high probability for me. Unless we sweep a 15 minute liquidity, which we need to do here, or it goes to a 15 minute point of interest, which is more up here on the bear side. Too many inversions. I know a lot of people would trade inversions, especially with Ryan and other people advocating for it. It doesn't work well with me. I gotta align it with the right bias and right point of interest. But I typically just mark like FEGs inversion just to see if which side price is respecting more. Not for entries typically. We want to see a move to this 15-minute efficiency at least, though. At the very least, I want to see this get moved in, and then if we close back above, I will be more confident on the long side. I'll just see how this goes here. I love inversions. That's all I use. I know a lot of people only work on inversions, which works. I don't think I'm there yet. Maybe I haven't mastered it fully, because I know today there's a lot of inversions, but like, what makes you think one would work and one won't? Like, I think you need a better rule set on that. So like on this one, 9:30 open. Once we close below, you could short here with a stop above. This would have worked, but there's so many more inversions. I don't know like how people are playing it. I guess I'm not there yet. Let's see. Is there another one somewhere? And people will be flipping on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute chart just to see one work. I think it's a little sloppy for that to me. But I can't really say too much because I don't focus primarily on inversions. I just need, if I'm looking at inversion, I would want it to be either in a 15-minute inefficiency if I'm looking at trading on the 1 minute, especially, or it takes out sell side and then reverse and like violate the bearish or bullish PD rate, whatever FEG it becomes, and it becomes a inversion. That could be more of an entry model. But yeah, definitely show me any inversion that you see in the stream right now, current price action real time. Tell me if you think it's a good inversion. Like, let's say this one, if you're playing the retrace, I know people do two things, the retrace and the closer. Whichever it is, just tell me what it is real time, and then we can show it in charts. It'll be a learning experience for me and a lot of people. And prove me wrong, especially if I don't think this is a high quality inversion, let's say, and then you do, well, we can see real time the answer to that, and that's the way we can learn and grow. We're just gonna be tape reading for hours and hours. I'm still looking at this now. We did get a sweep here. this could be potentially move up. It's difficult because once again we're downtrending, and this will be a long setup if it does this move up. But I need a stronger push than that. ES so close to new income gap. Where is new income gap? Do I have? Oh, it's down here. So this fib is from this swing high to this swing low, or no, it was this swing high to this swing low, and retrace back to the OT entry of it inside this inversion, which should support. It was a bearish PD array at first, which violated on this closure up, and I'm looking at this inversion as support now. It's not too much of a high quality one where I would think this would work, but we're just watching, and that's how I'm tape reading right now with it. DTFX in the house. Yes, yes, yes. We need some of Dave's students to show me some market structure on their eyes. Okay. Equal highs ran there. It's very expected for me. I want to see it move into this 15-minute now, at the very minimum. And if we reject from here, I really think we propel lower. This is the last 15-minute efficiency here. We don't really have much. We already feel this up here. I need to see this get swept and move away from there. Hasn't done that yet. Very clean sweep, not in the 15-minute efficiency. Watching. In hindsight, 9:30 open was textbook. Move up, took buy side, SMT, inverse 1 minute. Target internal. Don't say that. I don't think everyone hates Dave. There's actually, it's more 50-50 to me. Dave just beefs a lot with one of the mod we have, which is Sleepy. Sleepy is just someone, I don't know if he's on. He's just someone that a member of my community, which he struggled a little bit, and he finally got his first payout in a very long time. And 2 payouts this month actually, so it's an accomplishment. I'm trying to see if I can get him as a role model in a way. Marry some discipline into him and really get him paid. So if it's like if he can get paid, anyone can get paid. Sleepy is likely just giving Dave more motivation. Haters bring motivation for sure. I still want a run to this 15-minute. Dave is my motivation. Look at that. They're hashing out already. We don't need... Beef doesn't really get you anywhere anyways. Just one step at a time. Inversions work really well for me. If you wait for a 15-minute to hourly liquidity take in, yes, that's exactly what I go at too. That's the same concept I have with breakers. If I'm looking for a reversal breaker instead of continuation one, I want it in the 15-minute or hourly liquidity or a point of interest. Sleepy, I sense sarcasm. What if he's genuine though? Sleepy might become Dave's student as well. He'll be a dual student. Master of all the discipline. Can Dave share some music variety? Is it the music that he plays kind of like, what is it, like the E music where people like a festival That type of music? I've seen clips of it. We're all degenerates. We're more all retail. We all have small money. We're trying to work upwards. So there's really no point beefing with other small traders. We gotta unite together to leave an impact. Okay, this 15-minute efficiency still is my draw right now. I just want it to fill before I can do anything. Because we already took the immediate equal highs. This would have been probably good long if I saw more confirmation. It was very shaky for me. But we did have SMT. No liquidity taken though, except ES, which is the immediate liquidity, which is low of day. We got inversion. The inversion closed way too high for me to even do anything. But we retrace back into the inversion, which bearish FEG becomes bullish inversion. Target equal highs. Hopefully run to this 15-minute here, which I want to see happen. And we'll see from there. If it does want to flip downwards, I am very happy for shorts there. How does ES look? Still bearish. I mean, if we're talking about 1 minute time frame, like your bias is gonna keep on flipping. But that's why I'm trying to rely more on the higher 15 minute. Like 5 is bare minimum at least. But the 15, especially I'm trading the 1 minute, the 15 is my guidance. And the same thing if I'm trading the 5, my hourly is gonna be my guidance. The hourly we don't really have too much to play with. It's more of a barcoding range. But right now I think the 1 and 15 is the collaborator right now. So I want to run to this 15 minute, even though we're not logging, we're still tape reading, which is good for your mind. That's why my course is free and we'll never charge for a course. That's good. A free option does work. What's your opinion on taking 1 trade a day versus a profit target? That gets more difficult. 1 trade a day. I mean, depending on your size, that could really make up if it's like a max loss or max stop or max target or max loss. But I'm trying to go back to that mindset of just trying to look for 1-2 trades per session. Mario say my tape reading skills have helped me. That is much appreciated. I mean, hopefully I'm not just trying to tape read gibberish. We're trying to tape read the 1 minute, which is very, very volatile. If I'm flipping my bias lot, it's because market is moving. But at least this is clear to me. I'm not confirmed for a long here, but we did sweep the highs, which if you longed here, been like 30 points. No push to the 15 minute, which is only a few points away. SMT inversions with a FEG inside. Usually my model, if everything you said is correct, but I need to see a liquidity taken. We didn't get that. ES, sure, we took low of day, but like we have the liquidity I'm talking about is down here. We're not too far from that when we hit this low. I want to see more of a higher time frame liquidity taken, not of low of day, but we did have SMT at least, which ES did take that. You already took something? No, I haven't taken anything yet. I'm just tape reading right now, which we tape read along to this equal highs, which already got taken. I'm just watching now. And if we can get close above this 15 minute, that's going to be killer. Forgot to do something. 130. I like to mark the 130 open if I'm trading PM. It's a habit of mine. I treat 130 like the 930 open for PM. And the concept of this is like, if we're opening up here and you're bullish, you want to see setup occur below and vice versa. So we did have an inducement here, which I guess you could say soup, but I like to say as inducement. if we're looking for higher prices, we have some lows here. Reduce lower, tapping the 130 open. Should propel to this 50 minute now. I need to see this hit before I can do anything. Do you trade directly in TradingView? How do you connect to TradingView with Rhythmic? The way you can do that, what I did before, you can connect to TradeVate, and on Ninja you can copy trade with a TradeVate account. But I can't do that anymore, so I have to just, for now at least, I'm just gonna just do paper trading. But everything I take here is gonna be shown on my funded. But yeah, I talked to some members about that, or previous live stream where I try to connect. Some people try to connect to it, doesn't work anymore. My funded futures works at least. Elite does not. When you do a giveaway, it's gonna be probably like midstream. If all you gotta do is just like the stream, and we're just gonna make a roll for it. Let's see. What's this? They don't really want to get in this. Interesting. Your video on Replicata was helpful. I hope so, because for an 8-minute video like that, it had a lot of information, and I spent like a few hours on that. Just to make it quick and easy to process, because I know there's some other tutorials that I try to learn before. It's like not, it's way too complicated, and they're talking things that you don't need to hear. So I'm just here to get straight to the point and whatnot. In 8 minutes, you show like 3 phases to do everything: your TradeVate or Ninja connection, how to set the copier, and how to integrate with TradingView. All these things, just all in one go. Next tutorial, what's the next tutorial that I can work on? I do like spending hours on trying to make a very high quality condensed video. Okay, we're in the 15-minute here. Very good. I like that. Like I said here, this is inducement here. If we're looking for higher prices, we typically want to see something like this, where it is a wick under. We have no closure, so there's no confirmation for lower prices. And we induce higher prices by taking out these equal lows. So everything's very, very bullish here. We have the inversion. We have the S&T close above. Retrace OTE here. Take out the equal highs, leaving it a 1 minute imbalance. And then just did a quick inducement for a return to this 15 minute. So here is going to be critical here. Hopefully I can tape read this correctly. If I can play this right, what I'm anticipating here, when we're down here, I'm looking for a return to this price, and if we close above, I'm definitely moving for higher prices. Take out all these lowers of liquidity here, which I hope it doesn't take before I can get an entry though. My mindset right now, I want to see a close on the 15 minute here, which we're going to close in 9 minutes. We can close above and idle around. If we close above, I'm looking for a long to take out all these highs here. And if we don't close and we go back lower, I'm charging for the sell side. That's just how my buy is going to be. Not taking anything yet. We haven't taken anything yet, which is good. So yeah, the 15 minute imbalance is very easy to pretty much understand here. I wonder if anyone took this inversion long though. I liked it, but it just didn't satisfy what I want yet. Especially on a day that's kind of dangerous for a lot of people. Definitely more tough. Reborn took it and this did. If you took it, like, You can just literally put a stop under this low, and then if it closes above, get rid of the trade. But it had no intention of it. The SMT with the yes, yeah, it was good SMT. Let me see the 2 minute here. We could see this as a breaker now. I would probably use the 2 minute on this one if it doesn't want to return back to it, but we don't have an efficiency there. What does this ES look, or NQ look like? Up 700 the practice account. Inversion is when it FEG gets violated. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of FEG, but you want to really pick and choose which FEG you like. And typically the FEG that the imbalance that I really consider is the one that took the liquidity on, or the one that keeps on holding and respecting. He's like, is there a reason why I didn't mark this FEG? Because it doesn't hold any meaning. We didn't really do much with it. We didn't take liquidity here. We did hold down here. I'm only marking the one that works. Considering long from 5207. Alright, I just need to see the scan close at 2 here. Buy side is a target right now. The first high of the lower resistance liquidity. There, we pushed it. Damn. Unfortunate. ICT method doesn't work, or Mentor is a scammer. It doesn't matter if ICT, let's say, like, let's bring Robin's Cup in this. If he fails, it doesn't matter. I'm still profitable trading a subset of his concept. I don't trade every single one of them. I only take the one that I like and refine them. And the way that he trades breakers is not even the same way I trade breakers. Ah, damn. Had we had more confirmation before doing this, it would have been much cleaner. Because we're looking at the 5 minute. We only had a 5 minute violation on this candle, and this is already pushing much higher. I'm in trading made a video. I saw the video. I mean, he pointed up some valid points, but does that change the fact that I still trade some of his concept and use it as my own? Don't you think only sticking the AM session would be better since it has the best range? I'm trying to adapt as best as I can. If I anticipate AM to be sloppy, I'm gonna try to move away from that. I mean, we had PPI in the morning, and it was just kind of slow ranging. I think it was more sloppy for most people. We look at this range here. We couldn't really decide. And that's where a lot of people got killed. Even the traders that I think are very respectable. And it's my job to pick and choose where I want to go in battle. Is it safe to say we're now in the buy side of the curve? We're not there yet. We're closing the 5 minute. I'm waiting for the 15 minute closure here. That gives me more of confirmation. But if we just take out all these buy side here, we could easily reverse because we already filled this 15 minute. There's gonna be a lot of tricky things going on here. It's not as clear as I want it to be. Okay, this is. Reborn said all out for. Did you take in options? That's interesting. 200% gain, or is that 100% gain? Is that how it works? That was only like about 30 minutes of work. Oh, yeah, you did SPX. Well done. Still going for higher moves here. It's regrettable that I didn't get the long, but it's just not something I like yet. I was still looking at both sides, and by the time it confirmed for me, it was already taking my targets. That's where it gets difficult. Just gotta face it. Should continue higher though. If we get a close above, which we're likely gonna get close above, I'm still looking for high prices for both ES and NQ. At least the bias is correct. Everything I said on stream, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for the 15-minute, I'm looking for equal highs. Everything's playing out exactly how I wanted. Just didn't really get the entry I want yet. Which, if our plan is just trade one trade per session, we gotta wait patient for the April setup. Did you over the AM session? I went briefly. It's not too much to go over. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Okay, 15-minute close here. Nice closure, easy closure here. I like higher prices now. Until otherwise, most of the 15-minute has flipped now. If we can get an entry somewhere, that'd be good. If not, I might have to sit in my hands. Because this is... It went the right way I want, but for it to propel like this without leaving room, the only entry I would have loved is this one or this inducement. I was watching very closely on this. Pay attention to the 130 open. That's exactly why I marked the 130 open. I treat like the 930 and very pivotal. 930 or 130 here, we open up lower, propel higher, and then tap back higher prices. Fun. Will we get a trade set up though? That's the question. Question for the books. Look at YM here. We still have lots of lower liquidity, so more room to go up. Ideally, want to retrace back down and form a structure so I can go long though. How do I find the song you're playing? I can just send a link. This is a copyrighted, non-copyrighted music. Damn, man. Was there any clean setup I could go for? I just don't think so. ES 1 minute was clean. Okay, let's go over the 1 minute on ES. Where would we enter here? We get, because I was watching for this break here. Once we close above, if we just came back down, I would have entered there. Because we had so many confirmation already. The 1 minute on ES though, like, we didn't even retrace back down like NQ did, which is kind of funny. 125. Let me check. Yeah, it's a quick sweep. Was there any FEG? Not really. Invest is looking for a short soon. Okay, okay. Play with fire. Let's see. Shorts got to be at a good area. I think shorts, if we can really get into the hourly, we'll think about shorts there. I don't think I'm thinking about shorts right now. Look at the 5 minute with the wicks. We're propelling, damn. I think this is a missed opportunity, which I'm fine with. It kind of sucks, but you're not gonna get every single play. It's a tough breaker, so I'm gonna have to look on the 1 minute to see if I can find something. 342-ish, I'm looking at with confirmation. Okay, yeah, that's where you look at shorts. That's kind of like, I would probably agree with you. I would want a run to this hourly for shorts. It would clear all the lowest liquidity, all the trend line there, and it'll be more of an OT entry as well. So if we just do something like this, it aligns with a live premium discount. Shorting anywhere here is a bad move. More wild card. Okay, we'll probably do the giveaway in like 10 minutes. Just a quick reminder, if you want to enter, just do a quick like and that's it. See if we can get something out of this. I want to win again. There's Invest won already, not Abe won already. There's Christopher that won. Like, there's ironic that the people who won are still very active on the chat. It's all random too. Winning is all about luck though. They're in the right place at the right time. This is a big breaker here. I'm probably looking for a long somewhere inside this breaker as long as this holds. Same thing with... No, I can't do this yet. Oh, monitor turned off. What is happening? Karen, chatting is not gonna increase your chances. I'm just saying, like, it's just ironic that the people who won is more of a chatter or more active. There's a few people that won that ain't active either. What setup do I want though? No trades yet. I did want this move higher. It just kept on moving higher and higher with no retrace. Quite interesting there. But it's more bullish now, though. It's just way too high for me to go for it. Need to see a structure. Let's see how many participants we got. We got 95. Basically, everyone has a 1% chance. Whoever like. Oh, who's fighting? Yeah. It's just too dangerous short up here. Not yet. What is happening? Everyone's okay. No one's getting attacked in the stream. I don't know if anyone heard that, but we're all safe and sound. Side taken here. This is a very sharp turn here. Invest is looking at short. Let's cheer him on. I believe you're looking at short in this hourly, like kind of in that area. Ironically, though, I don't know if I have the macro track on, but we did anticipate. They don't have. Do they have it? Oh, it's here. Is that the macro tracker? The 150 to 210. That's the one I want to look for. 150 to 210. It's not showing up. Oh, I guess it did show up. Why was I thinking down here? Is it the 130 more? We're in a 15-minute point of interest here. We already took out all the trendline liquidity here, the lowest liquidity. So if we can get a bearish breaker here, it might be more viable here. Even though the trend is against us, overall in the hourly, I think we're still bearish. Just flip around. Very clean sweep there. Very indecisive right now, though. How do you enter the giveaway? Just like the stream, that's it. We'll host it in a second. But I mean, it's easy to tape read, but I think it's more tough to get an entry. Because I'll be like, I like the setup. It never comes back to the setup. And I'm not a breakout trader. Wait for the 1035 high sweep. Yeah, I think everyone's looking at that right now. That would get you in the hourly. Propelling higher as usual. Tomorrow's a possible green day because Tuesday low of the week is in already. Let's check. Let's just take a look. If we're looking at weekly profile, that could be it. Let's just take a look. So where's Monday here? I'm too far. So this is Monday here. Monday, we dropped down Is everything same on the ES? Yeah. Tuesday mark a low here. Wednesday pro higher. Thursday. I think it's too early to tell. It depends on where we close the day. Friday could propel higher. We can close on a bullish note here. How far are we down? We're still red in the day. Quad witch tomorrow. That's another spicy thing. I mean, we had CPI. We had PPI this week. Lots of volatility. But let's just. I'm up 9,000 on all my funders this week at least. I want to see if I can maintain that. I think was on Tuesday that we made like 1,300 on all my accounts, or all the funded accounts I had. It was like the trade we took ES on with like a six tick stop, 1.5 point for 8 points target. That was a killer one. Like, I want to maintain that. So let's only look for high quality setup here and see if we can end like 10, 12,000 by today or tomorrow. Today might be a no trade day though, with the way it's going, unless we get something spicy coming here. Which no trades mean no losses. That's a win. That's a win for today. Imagine the amount of people who read today. I looked through so many trading communities because I'm active in a few of them. Just answer questions, look around, and learn and all that. I'm active on Twitter. So many people are read today. So if you're not massive red or whatnot, that's a win today. Consider yourself. And if you saved yourself by moving your stop, you're gonna get killed later. If you were green, well done, because I'm sure you have discipline on that. You only trade PM. I typically trade AM more. I think I'm just more going for PM this week just because of me anticipating that AM is gonna be sloppy, which last few days it is sloppy. Right anticipation. Based on just overnight price action, early morning New York session price action, based on if there's news, how it operates and all that. I'm looking at a variety of things. You see this YM here? We're looking to snap this trend line liquidity here, which we haven't done yet. But if anything, though, I think I'm more of an AM type guy though for trading. But I just trade what I see. Tough day, I have to say. Let me read the chat. There's some chatter now. Until market condition changes, I have been trailing stop once at 2R. That's very good. I typically do a similar thing. I like to go for 2R or whatever draw is, and then I move my green stop higher and higher. What to read or follow if I have to be consistent with micros? Thanks a lot. I mean, if I'm trading NQ, you can trade in micros. There's no difference, just less size. Yeah, invest. I have this 15-minute FEG here, which has been holding under. It's a good look here. I think we have one more leg up though. If you're looking at shorts here, this is something maybe is more viable, which I would probably actually go for too if it does something like this. Especially if we don't deliver to the downside at all. We leave in a lot of inefficiency with this upside move. Yeah, someone's saying there's a reverse on the 5, 3 minutes is showing something else too. Like it's unpredictable. That's why I'm like, I want confirmation. The moment I get confirmation, we're already gone. We're gone. But maybe we should take a poll before we take a trade. I think we might get trades very soon here, depending on if it does something like this. Or we go into the bullish breaker, which I show in the 5 minute here, which we might be going here. If we get in more of a structure moving here, I'll go for long as well. Will you trade tomorrow PM? I think I'm going to trade morning for sure this time. There's nothing happening. But it could change. Like if overnight is sloppy and I think PM is better, I would adapt to what I think is best. Because once again, I'm picking and choosing what when I want to trade. And I'm also considering London still. Like I've been saying that. There's more interest with it. I just need to adapt my body for it because it's... London was wild last night. It was wild. I just did a P&L check right there. Green, red, or white, or neutral. Let's look at London here. If I were to trade London here, it would like 3 AM is London open. I would likely trade. Is this right? I think this is. I think this is wrong. I got to adapt to the new. How am I supposed to do this? 4. I think it should be like that. I didn't really realize that I had this on wrong. It was the daylight saving time. It should be shifted 1 over. No one told me that. That's crazy. Okay, this is London time. 3 o'clock is when it opens. What I will be expecting though, let me just save this before I forget. I'll likely be trading 2:30 to 3:30. That 1 hour stream if I were to trade London. Would I have gotten anything? It does look like it's just been chopping back and forth though. Except we have a manipulation here, which moved higher. Maybe we would have caught something there. But London has been very, very clean lately. The cleanest price action of all the sessions. So we had a wick higher, which closed down here. We're starting to set up for a more of a downside move now. Lots of things going on here. It does look sloppy. Make sure it's not before a big U.S. news event like non-farm paper. Yeah. I mean that's a given. I feel like I'm not that stupid now. All right, so we're in this 5-minute breaker here. Just look out how we ripped up. We were bullish down here. We wanted to see a move into this, where was it, the 15-minute here, which that's 268. We did more than that. We did another 6-point move up. So we leave a strong inefficiency. And if we're at premium discount, what you want to do typically is you don't want to short long too much at premium, especially if we're taking a lot of liquidity. It's a very bad rule of thumb there. I entered on the 1-minute FEG on the upper. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming you entered here. Very well done. It did play out. What's the difference between NQ plus or exclamation point versus these contracts? NQ exclamation point is continuous, so it would always adapt to whatever contract it is, which is good. I like trading on that. If you trade other contracts specifically, like let's say March, this is the old contract. But it should be M now, M 2024. It will show a large gap, but the continuous one is always adapting. Let's take a look. I might get a trade somewhere sooner. I dipped their toes on the 5 minute, but it's 5 minute on a premium, which is not the best long you can do. So I'm kind of in favor with shorts right now, if I'm honest with this. Especially when you get like a sweep here and a strong injection. This is what I see here. We got another sweep here. Inside of the 15 minute point of interest. So I'm kind of in favor of shorts right now. Just based on risk reward. Would I get a setup? We'll see. There's some few people who took the short though. It's a breaker model here. Would this be classified as a bearish move yet? Bearish breaker? I don't think so. It's a very quick sweep. I want more of a structured close displacement for be a high quality breaker. This is not one of them. Yeah, today is very, very difficult, I'd say. Usually trade micros NQ. Today I tried micro ES. I did not know how to trade. I mean, NQ and ES, they kind of are very correlated together. NQ is just very tech based, so they're very volatile on all these tech companies. If Nvidia's skyrocketing, you'll see tech follow suit as well. Yeah, so there should not be a problem. Like if I trade ES and you're trading micro ES, it should be very, very similar. But if you're talking about the difference between NQ and ES as an instrument, they're also very similar. I like, there's times where ES delivers more cleanly. There's times where NQ delivers more cleanly. NQ is typically much more volatile. If that's not your cup of tea, just stay on ES, which also delivers very well. Lots of questions though. I'm ready to answer all of them though. Yeah, Christopher, I am also in the same kind of boat as you. I'm struggling to have a bias because I'd be more confident short if it does something in this hourly point of interest, sweeping all these highs here. Down here, I would probably lean upside, but I still think this is like, if we're looking at premium discount, this is still premium, so we could fall lower before going up. We don't have much time in the day though. This is PM. Had it been AM, I'll be more ambitious. So when things are very tricky, you're unclear about things, the best thing you do is not do anything drastic. Because if you don't know what I'm doing, if you don't know what you're doing, I don't know where it's gonna go, then it's tricky. It's more of a toss-up. And when you're trading, you want to have an edge. This order block is holding here right now. We'll see where it goes. Kind of want something like this though. Slice through it and get into this for a short entry. Or I could look for a long inside this 5-minute breaker. There's a lot of things I can do here. For sure. We have another 5-minute balance here. This would be more of a BPR if it comes down here, close to the breaker. I want the 1 and 5 to align though. Let's see the poll here. 60% of people are green today? That's abnormally high. I don't know if this is inflated because some people don't like to share their losses. I would expect like more red than green, to be honest, but maybe some people are here more disciplined than I anticipated. Because I looked through the whole trading community, through multiple groups, through multiple Twitter posts and all these type of things. Everyone's not showing results. Alright, so this is more of a stabilized breaker here. Tap in. Which also rejects off of this order block here. This tap of this breaker and rejecting, very, very clean for lower prices right now. What it hold though, I don't know. We're still at premium, so that's why I am encouraging more lower prices before looking at longs. Trying my best not to push buttons yet until I see something more clear. If we take a poll on Twitter, I think there's gonna be more people red than green though. But I think someone did mention the My Funny Figure static. How many of you guys have bought that? I shared that to my Discord. Did I share that somewhere? Let me see if I did or not. I think that stat account is probably the best account you can go for. I don't think anyone beats that. So you take a look at it. 30K static for $210. No activation fee. Best account right now because we look at the stats of it. You have 2100 target, profit target versus 1500 drawdown with 2 minis. 210 with no activation fee. All this other activation fee out there in the market is like about 150 bucks. So you kind of do the math there. This is only like $60 in evals. But look at the drawdown they give you. $1,500. If you compare the Apex, they give you like 625, a fraction of that, and they want you to go for a bigger target. I really encourage everyone to go for that if you want a good stat account. I'll post in the chat if anyone hasn't done it already. It's like, I guess, a little plug. All right, 230. Quite interesting there. Yeah, just you can use my, if you want to support me, just use my code SMART. Much appreciated. But I really love that stat account. And for them to only let you buy it one time with that deal, that just shows how big that account is. Can you trade news with My Fun Features? No, you cannot. Most news, you gotta be out of position. There's no consistent rule either for this one. This kind of operates more of an expert plan style for static. Didn't know you had to go. It's all good. Just much appreciated if you want to use it next time. And if you do, my job would be to get you funded and to get you paid. I'll try to take responsibility for that if you choose to use my link. We're still at deep premium right now. I want to see what we can do here. So, very slight tap of this breaker. We can see like we're also rejecting off this order block as well. If I mark this sharp rejection of the order block, that's why I'm still looking at lower prices. Profit target same for eval or fund. No, it's very close though. So I'll show it one more time. It's 2100 profit target, 1500 drawdown, 7 to 5%. For Apex, I think they give you like less than half of the profit target. They want you to make $600. They want you to have $600 of wiggle room and make $2,000. That's more than 2.5 ratio, or more than 2. I've been following you on Discord too. First day on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully we can do well. I'm also going to try to build my Apex throughout the week. Not today though. I don't think price action is good to try to go today. But yeah, this breaker here, it's a very quick tap. If there was a more of a clear FEG here, we already filled on the side, I would have taken that for sure. Oh yeah, the profit target stays the same when you want to fund it. There's no profit target though. Like all you gotta do is make past your drawdown. Or let me see the rule again. I think it's like you have to make 1,000 or 2,000 before you get paid. So maybe it is similar to what you're talking about. You're looking at this 231 FEG entry. I mean, if you enter here, where would your stop be? This high here, about 10 points. Yeah, that expires here. I think that expires in like a few hours, or tonight. So I'll just buy it right now. You can only use it one time too, so that's how big the sale is. Use your code HH. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I am now responsible for HH. Okay, so if we can propel higher via this breaker, I would actually use this as a bullish breaker. This is already probably a good deep discount here, or more discount. We're holding the 5 minute, which is good. This is still bullish. We're still at a premium though, but I still think we can move higher. So the short side did play out off this breaker, but if we can just do a move higher here and then come back down, let me just loop this. I would use these upside candles, up close candle for the breaker move. So we would need to close above here for this to play out. Trying to look for A+ setups. Becomes an inversion here, but I'm just not. Let me see here. Let's say in day one, what's your code? Your code is SMART. This is what. Look at this. Look at this. Should I use this? Does it look good? Do you see on the top of the screen here? Is that getting in the way? I just say use code SMART. It's more clean, I feel like. That's the only ad I'll try to do. Maybe I'll add the Apex in my Fund Futures logo because that's like the two firms I like the most right now. Code is just SMART. If this can hold, I really think higher prices still. Let me just look at the chat. Let's say on day one you make 500, which is now 50.5. You need to make another 2,500 to beat the goal. Yeah. I think whatever VV is saying, I think that's very accurate. If I read that right. Basically, your liquidation stop area does not move. So if they're giving you $1,500 drawdown and you make 3K, you still have that 3K profit plus that drawdown. So it'll be like 4,500 instead of just moving or stop. Which it trails you for in a day or trailing drawdown, unless you get past a threshold, which is not working with you. That's why static is very, very good. Okay, so this plan here did not fail out. That just means we're looking at this breaker here, which I marked out, even though I didn't get a clean entry off of it. This mark here, once we had a displacement through here, very clean move here. Let me just see the 2 minute, maybe it's better. 2 minute here is better in a way. Once we close above, retap, very clear, order block holding price down. So still lower prices. When I say I'm looking for higher prices, it's only if it doesn't close above this high here and reject this breaker. We did nowhere close to that. So that's why I really want to push for some of you guys to understand that. I might be like, okay, I'm looking shorts here, I'm looking for longs here. I typically only do that if it does something. Fat D, you're saying I don't see much discount on my fund futures compared to Apex. Otherwise, I get one. That's where they trap you. What if my fund futures raise the prices a little bit and then do like a 9% off? It's still this, like we're looking collectively. So when they run a 30% sale, it's actually a good sale, but they can inflate the prices up like other firms. So don't lose sight of that. Let's see if we get closure here. I think I'm pretty well rounded with the numbers on all the prop firms though. I'm pretty looking at which is the best deal, and I push it to you guys especially. And like when there's a good deal, I'm gonna say it, and when there's a bad deal, I'm also gonna say it. The static one is a phenomenal deal. We're in this 15-minute balance here. I wanted to see this move higher here. I might itch for a long coming up here. I need more confirmation. When I say that, it's meeting some criteria on higher time frame, because you look at this 15-minute inversion here, which we left in balance. It's basically a BPR here. I'll just change this to BPR to make it easier to understand. And we did tap back inside of it. Same thing here. This is also another BPR. We didn't tap inside of here though. BPR is a very strong signature in price. And if we hold that, it's going to be very, very good for higher prices. Apex drawdown sucks ass. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, though, if you want to go for it, I'll send you the link one more time. I'm not going to force you to buy it, but if you want to buy it, I use that link. This is probably the best deal you can, best account type deal. Especially with no activation fee. That's where they're selling you on. So you pass it, there's no activation fee. Okay, we're looking at this 15-minute here. Look at this BPR. If we can hold here and form a low time reversal on the 1 minute, I'm going to look for longs here. And we're also going to look at just a simple premium discount. We're starting to approach the discount here. I want to see if we can get a trade before 3 p.m. here. I wanted shorts. This is probably the only short I would have taken, but it was just such a shallow tap. ES is holding so well, phenomenally well. You have to pay monthly. No, you don't have to pay monthly for that. My for the futures is a one-time payment. No monthly. I don't know how ES is holding that well though. Look at this. We're making equal lows while NQ slamming 30-20 points lower. Very, very impressive. I'm actually pretty impressed with ES right now to hold this BPR and hold this 15-minute BPR as well. When you pass the monthly payment stops, yes. Unless it's a prop firm that you select monthly payments for funded. Most like Top Step and My Fund Futures, they only offer one-time payment, which is lifetime. Elite and Apex offer both. Alright, if we can get something of a low time reversal here, I am more than ready to go for it. Need confirmation. Holding the 5 minutes still. Nice premium to discount move. Watching the 15-minute carefully. This 15 minutes is going to tell you everything we need to know. And we got a 15-minute close on 3 minutes. I'm liking longs right now, though. I might give a shot here. Just see if this plays out to what I like, and we'll jump in. What do you guys think? I am starting to look at it more here. Let's look at this candle close first. It's holding the 15-minute very, very nicely. We're still bullish because we're still above. So intraday buy is still up right now. And we basically dropped to the equilibrium here. So let's see if we can get a setup here. I'm likely watching this run here on ES. And Q's definitely more volatile. We swept this price here. This would be very, very good. Yeah, so Eric Wang, when it says drawdown does not move after withdrawal, let's take Apex in consideration. Let's take two statics. You make 3K on them. Once you withdraw, the liquidation goes back to your starting balance. Versus the My Funded Futures, it doesn't do that. You actually have that static drawdown, additionally to whatever profits you have. All right, let's see this candle close. If we get a candle close there, I'll go for a log. Market closes 15 minutes now, and it closes at 4 p.m. I just don't like trading power hour too much. I'll stay like 15 minute maximum, but after that, I don't really want to get too involved. I need to see more displacement upwards first. I'm looking at this though for unicorn model entry. It aligns with the 15-minute perfectly where you tap back inside of it. We have 15-minute displacement here, which becomes an inversion, and it becomes a BPR because we left another imbalance, which we get into the middle of it, the CU essentially of it, and would probably want to push to 26 now if this plays out right. Sorry, but I checked out after applying the code. It's still 210 for the 30K account. But 210 is the appropriate price. That's 30% off. That's no activation fee. Right? So like all other firms, activation fee be like $150. That's all in cost. Yes, error ring. The my Fund Futures one is exactly like that. Okay. Let's take a look at this. I do like this long now, much more. No, my Christopher, Apex is 80% off. The one that I'm talking about is not 80% off. Let's put the limit order in. Let me get it on my account real quick. Maybe a second. Oh, I need to set up my thing for. Give me a second. Set it up for ES as well. Set up there. I would want more of a closure above though. Let's see if we do that. This still looks good though because we have some highs here. Where would my stop be? Let's take a look. I'm just setting this early right now. Stop 2.5 stop. I want to go for this other way around. My bad. I'll go for it now. Even though we didn't get good displacement, it looks good. If we get a retracement too, I'm going in. No daily loss limit. No daily loss limit. That is correct. Let me get this long. Let me get this long. Come back in. Pick me up. Pick me up. Much appreciated if it does. Finally, a more structure setup that aligns with my 15-minute narrative here. If I look at the 15-minute BPR holding, we already inversed it. Want to go for this buy side. I just want to see what it looks like on ES or NQ here. Just quick OTA. Just past 50k evals. What I do now, just wait in the day, and then you should get your activation and all that. Move this one down actually, because that would be aligning perfectly on the 50%. Let's see if we can get the middle of it. And that just reduced my stop just a little bit. Alright, let's see if I get filled here. Alright. Should get filled here. I'll add one more right now. Okay, put my stop down and it's a tight stop. Let's just see how this goes. $13.5. Okay, good. Ideally, my I want to go for the highs though, if I can. Very strong push already. It's a very tight stop, guys. It's 2.25 stop, so not expecting too much. Even at this point, this will be already a 1.5 RR. Let's see if that goes out first. I am on this right now. I have my hard stop entry in already. Let's see if this plays out. I don't like how NQ is going though. This would send me probably 300 off the day. Stopped out there. Let me just see. I like the entry, but NQ already show pretty nasty moves, man. It was a good premium discount. I want to see if it does want to move lower and not be a stop out. Hopefully this is just price to move lower now though. I'll share probably not A+ setup. Honestly I think that was a pretty good setup. Not every A+ setup would work just because it aligns so well with the 15-minute. You're risking 2 points to take out this high here, essentially, and I would definitely take off the trims on this high already. The buy side would be my main target if I hold through that. And you can show, I'll show my trading here. Oh no, I think I duplicated my trade on one of my accounts. This is what it looks like. It should be 250. I need to check if I duplicated one of my trades here, which it should have not, but it might have got duplicated. Why did it duplicate? It must have been doubled it up. Yeah, that's actually unfortunate that it doubled up like that. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, if you took the loss, press 1 if you took the loss. We'll just see the stats. Anyways, we're gonna try to be as transparent as possible. If we took losses, we'll show the loss. If we took wins, we're gonna show the wins. Should have been a 250 loss for me because it's only a 2-point stop, 2.5. But for a few of my accounts, it got copied twice, which doubled the loss. Not something I like to have, of course. But if that wasn't my favorite, I'll be jumping as well. I'll be like, okay, we just got double the win. So if I was going for like $1,000 a day, it would have been $2,000. I actually thought that setup was pretty good though. I hope if it does want to return back, I'll look at it more for re-entry. Yeah, NQ did tap back into this BPR here. I want to see how this holds. Gonna stick around for a little bit more, see if there's another re-entry I can do. Unfortunate though, because we stayed pretty patient throughout the run, and we saw to me it's a very good setup because we stopped the low here, we pushed the highs. Not a good displacement, but we did leave in balance. This is OT entry. We're taking 2 points to go for 6 points here, about nearly 3 RR. It worked in other days. Today it took us out, and even with this tight stop, it saved us from losing extra 5 points. Let me just read the chat. No offense, but your strategy is exactly where you should do opposite to what you think. Oh, what does that mean? No offense, but your strategy is exactly where you should do opposite. If you can elaborate that, we can probably discuss more. Because I guess you could say that now, but if the trade was winning, I don't think you would say that same tune. Let's see here. Let's go 5 minute. It's a very shallow sweep, man. It's been price didn't trade into discount on ES. It held this BPR instead, so like I'll be more looking for longs if I'm looking at 1:15 to 4 hour. This is looking for upside on the 15 minute, which should play out. But I mean, I'm getting saved 2 point stop. This would have been much bigger of a stop though. Like without a doubt, this has to be a good long setup for me. I don't think there's much other than the bias being flipped multiple times because we're so choppy. It's hard to tell, but this is still like a very low risk for high risk reward or high reward type of trade. So I'm not mad that the trade didn't go my way. Set me back, like I think, just because it double loss, it should have been 5-6 accounts, $250. It should have been like $1,500 loss, but 2 of my accounts duplicated it, so it's more closer to 2,000 loss. So we're set back to like 7K on the week. See if we can end Friday better, or we'll see if we get a trade going on here. But if that was your first trade seeing me, you gotta just look at the overall picture, because next trade hopefully we can perform better. I'm just gonna I'll take this trade every single time though, just based on the 1 in 15. It was a short entry. Where's the short entry you're talking about, Raphael? But that's hindsight though. If you thought it was a short, you should have set that before it took our stop. Let me see if you did though. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If you did, then you're on the money over there. Okay. I don't think I see any message from you. 5/2/18. Yeah, well, that's just confirming the breaker for me. If you thought this is a short, you should have said you're short in the chat, though. That's you're speaking as more hindsight. What's that? Looking for lower prices now. So we did get this 15-minute imbalance here. Showing turning. The trend line held. I mean, the trend line did hold, but I don't trade trend line like that. What if you're looking at trend line, let's say, what if the trend line rejected here, tap to my FAG inside the breaker and push higher? When you enter long here, that's not how I trade. Okay, let's see if we want to do. It's a good time to give away. I think it was near 3. Yeah, 1 for 3. Let's just do the giveaway now. We're give away 1 Apex account here. 116 participants. Okay, doing the giveaway now. If you like the stream, comment done 1 time and we'll confirm both. If you comment twice, we're just gonna not accept it. Let's see. All right, we have all the names in right now. We're gonna start it probably in a minute. All right, let's check the likes. I have the program in. We're just gonna go based off of likes and also if you comment done 1 time. That's just it's very two simple criteria. Wow, we're going. I'm actually glad that this guy only got stopped 2 points. Holy crap. There's a big move down. Okay, let's do it there. Okay, we have 100 participant in. We're marking everyone who said done afterwards. It should be a guy named Ryu. Where's that his name? Let me just copy paste the username. Ryu. Don't accidentally time out now. Okay. I think, you know, I feel like I do recognize Ryu though. That's good that we're getting winners who are very active. Was he the one who said he's very confident in winning today? Someone said that. And I've been seeing his name all day. Let me just see. No, I don't think he said that. But congrats, man. Just DM me your Twitter right here and then send me a message. Oh, you said you want to win for once. Look at that. We're making dreams come true. There's 110 likes, 128 likes, but I think there's only about 80 participants, and you had like about 1.2, 1.5% chance to winning. Yeah, but just notice this though. 2-point stop though for this much of a drop. I am loving that because I know there's other traders who trade with much larger stops. I'll consider mine very tight, And if it were to go my direction, it would have likely hit this buy side here. Brian Stonk is liquidity provider. I am in this case, but I'm very prepared for losses because I do put my hard stoppers in. Oh, yeah, just DM or just comment your Twitter username. I'll DM you specifically then. Why is Rich mentally and Java D saying the same thing at the same time? Let me see this. So if we're looking at premium discount, this is still at discount here now, finally, but we already hit the upside. I don't know if we're ready to go for downside here. We're going to hourly here. We do have some sell side to touch here. For me to look at shorts, I really want to push inside of this hourly because it clears all these highs, and if we form even if we sweep it, we don't have to form it there, but I would have been actively more shorts. But that set me off from 9K profits this week to 7K. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. I'm gonna look what we can do here first. I'll stay around till 3:15. Yeah, as long as the stop loss there. I know there's so many people who move their stops. I'm trying to demonstrate that just keep your stop there. So like if you want to see where I took the trade, let me see here. This is exactly what I did here. These are my funded accounts, all copy traded. We got filled at 16.25. 16.25, and then we got stopped at 13.75. I think that's 2.5, 2.25 for all my accounts. 2 minis on each of them. The max loss was 250, which should be right. I don't know if that got slipped or not. That's what I've been preaching to do. Let's say we do 2 minis on that, 2 minis with $50 per point, and we had 2.25 stop. It should be 250 to 220 to 225, depending on what tick you entered on. I am perfectly fine with that. But yes. Some hindsight in the chat though, saying this was obviously a short. You gotta say that before it went down. Come on. I think a few people did say on PM session that we might get a sell-off near power hour, which is surprisingly enough, it does look like what's happening right now. Would we do a London stream tonight? Let me see. Likely London is going to sweep some lows here. London, typically, the last few weeks, is the one that takes out the main liquidity. So if we're closing somewhere in this area, you can expect if London start trending down, by the time London opens, like Asia will be chopping around. By the time London opens, these are going to get ran. So 2:30 to 2 a.m. you might expect a stream there. I'm gonna have to watch Asia price action and see where we go first before I consider doing the London stream. But very, very good, very good. You did call either market go up or down. Yeah, me just calling the bias, it doesn't really matter. Like it's good that the bias worked and we're tape reading, but when I'm looking for trades, this was a A+ setup for me, nearly A+. Had it not been choppy the day, if the daily or the 4-hour aligned with the bullish bias, this would have been A+. This is probably still a very good setup. I'll take this every time though. Which, if you don't think so, I think this is the exact same setup I took on ES yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. 2-point stop, same things, same stop size, 2-point stop, and we got 8 points out of it. Make sure you note Tuesday 1-hour bearish breaker. Let me check that. As the Let me see. Tuesday. You're looking at these down close candle? It's gonna be difficult because it's a lot of moves happening both sides right now. This is probably the first time we got a troll happening on the stream. The last 30 streams or something, I don't think we had anyone trolling. Very interesting. We're up there now. Two-point stop saved me from 15 points down move. Tanya troll, dude. Tanya had been telling me she got so many trolls, man. I'm feeling 1% of her taste. But yeah, Raphael, join the stream tomorrow. Hopefully we can deliver something better. And then if you want to spice things up, you have to call the trade too. Because all you kind of did was said it was a short when it already took the stop or it broke down. It's very late. This is the New England gap here. There's no way you see it. Fine, I'll go to channel activity. Let me just make sure. Because I was looking like I'll give you the benefit of doubt if you did say short before I moved. No, you didn't say that. We're looking at chat history. You said no offense. This is a short 5/218. That timestamp does not show that. That was already when I got stopped out. I hope if you did get that short, that's good, man. Because I'm not married to the trade. 2-point stop is that something I'm like, this drop here, is that something I'm going to be concerned about? I was looking for a re-entry if it did provide more validation, but it did not. What else, bro? It said it will retest 200. You were going based off the trend line too, which I guess, yeah, I mean the trend line did work, but in the off chance that we reject here, fill my entry and push higher, that trend line wouldn't work. Daniel, he said it as a short because of the trend line. That's why I drew the trend line for him. I'm not gonna block any trolls though because they have the right to speak. We're not. The only I can offer is next trade we do probably tomorrow because I don't think I'm trading anymore in the power hour. We gotta see your attendance because I think was it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday. This is the loss that we took today. The last 2 days were both winners. And we're still moving lower. This is disgusting for why I'm here. We broke lower here. 3 drive right now, but we have sell side. I want to save this for London, ideally. Bro's calling out trade a year later than saying it worked. He did say the trend line after it failed though. That's why time step really matters because like if he said short here while I was short short here while I was logging, I would give him flowers on that. This is entertaining. He said, "Cause drawing boxes every 1 minute is an art major, but you're drawing trend lines." Isn't that something more like? Everyone can draw a trend line. You're gonna short every tap on the trend line. Rejecting convert my entry. Please show up tomorrow so we can. If let's say I look for short or long, and you think otherwise, just actually trade against me. We need to see your attendance tomorrow. Rafael Bigosinski. Why choose Apex over Top Step? I trade all of the firms. Your screen looks like Picasso drawing, but it works for me though. It really works. I've been getting paid. Especially this week. This week has been doing well. Guy isn't worth arguing with. I mean, he's stubborn, but it's entertainment in a way. Because I'm not really trading much right now. We just took out the low here. Okay, there's some people saying don't give them time. I will just read the chat. I'm not gonna say it in the stream then. But it's definitely fun to if he does show up tomorrow, I definitely want to see if we can get a trade against him. First sell side is here. It looks like it's gonna get taken here. Would I? Let me just see before we end the stream. I just want to see if I would have looked for shorts anywhere after we got stopped out, because this is probably a good time to kind of recollect here. Would I've looked at shorts? Look at the 5 here. It's just very one directional. So once it moves, it just slides through it. And if you're looking at inversion trades, maybe you could get something on the 5. I didn't really see the risk reward in this. Big Dave just said done. He's like 30 minutes late on that. You took a short on the 3 minute. 3 minute. There's so many imbalances. Which imbalance are you looking for shorts? It's a little tough for this, but just because it's one directional though. Tight stop. Is closing on a market maker model. And power hour is very strong. It's the sell off right now. YM just made it at the low too. We're very close to buy side here. Someone who trades their own strategy but watches the stream for Brian's commentary is very hard. What, Alexi, what kind of trading strategy do you do? For me, I'm kind of looking at a market maker model, but I'm also really focused on entries off of breakers and unicorn model. And it will mark like any FEGs and inversions. Hopefully our kind of strategy aligns though. But don't, if you're like, let's say I'm saying we're going for sell side and you're bullish here for other reasons, don't let it deter. Okay, Alice, I didn't see the full comment. You're saying, as someone who watches their own stream or watches their own strategies, watch this stream. Brian's commentary is very hard to hate on what he does. I didn't see the last sentence. It was covered up. We love the hindsight though. Good stream, Brian. Have a good night. Good night to you, Chris. I think this is a good time to wrap up. This is likely gonna run down to these lows though. We're too close. We hit the new income gap though. There's not much to do here. We don't have much time before market close. I think overnight in London has objective. If we can just maintain this range, we'll just see everyone tomorrow. See everyone tomorrow or London tonight. Oh, in the stream here.